everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing another something different for me, and we are going to be doing the astrological signs, the elements. So we're going to be doing fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which is air, and water, Cancer, Scorpio. The timestamps will be listed in the description below. And so these are just messages of what is on your journey. What messages does the universe have for you right now? What message does your higher self have for you right now? So we are going to start with fire. So these are the cards I pulled for fire. An elder will teach you, and invasion, actually this goes this way. So 28, 25. So this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, fire signs. Death and the maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, dominance, and an elder will teach you. Interesting. Okay, so 28. We know that that's peace, love, and harmony, cooperation with others, and 8 is entrepreneur, so it's cooperating with others. And sometimes when we work with others, they violate our boundaries of our ethics or of the way we want to do things, or anything like that. And sometimes we have to learn to take advice from others. Elders will teach us. Let go of the need to control. So let's read what Death and the Maiden has to say. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know why Super Mario theme song popped up, but it did. So if that resonates with you, it's for you. There is a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as the skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. You may have been drawn into the drama and color and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passions, but you are now discovering that it is tiring, draining, and lacking in respect. It is time truthfully to assess this relationship and take the steps to safer, more protected, and more respected. Take the steps to be safer, more protected, and respected. Do not attempt to convince death of its problems. Those real people will only draw closer, cling harder, and convince you that you have the problem, not them. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to go. And I have a feeling that whoever's watching this and got this is a twin flame, because this was in the twin flame reading as well yesterday. Very interesting. The narcissism, dealing with people that are narcissistic and not being able to let go of them. And I feel like a lot of people have elders that are trying to tell you the right path to take, and I feel like sometimes we don't like to listen, because look, at 25 is the truth. We have elders that are trying to tell you the truth of the situation, but we refuse to see it. And there's a great quote that I always quote by the RZA, and it is, some things aren't truly visible until you're ready to see them. And that is also with situations like this, in relationships, jobs, relationships, whatever. We're not seeing what we want to see. Things keep us there, attachments. It's about letting go of the attachments. So, the mermaid and the turtle, and we know the turtles are very wise. They're the wisest. They are slow moving, and there's a reason for that. Patience. Patience is key. It gets you where you need to go. And it says, in order to grow, we must experience transitions and changes. To be fully alive, we must die again and again, all in this lifetime. While we have many rituals for birthdays and religious holidays, we often yearn for the depth of the rituals of the old days. during which part of us would die and another part of us would spring to life, and we would be reborn and renewed. Transitions into adulthood and changing your home or vocation were honored, marked, and witnessed in unique ways. They gave us permission to own our power and the next stage of our wonderful, meaningful lives. You are now about to celebrate life's great shifts in more meaningful ways. No more just being a follower. You become an initiator because you have listened to the wise words of the oldest creature on the planet, the one who carries Gaia on her back. You have listened well. Your every action will be offering back to Earth a ritual, and you will nourish and help heal her. You are about to enter into a real relationship with the cycles of the planet. So we're letting go of old things and moving into a new relationship. As a mentor, elder, or other wise one will instruct you at this time, but she may come in the form of a young person. So it may not necessarily be an elder as you see it, like an old person. An elder could be a wise soul. And it could be somebody who's much younger than you, or somebody who's young, 20s, 30s, 40s. It could even be a 5-year-old. Listen, choose this person well. Your mentor must be a good teacher. Indigenous ancestral practices of your bloodline and spirit line are being reclaimed. So listen to your guidance. It'll guide you. Beautiful. So 7 and 8, that's owning your power. 8, 9, 10, so 7. So yeah, that's 10, owning your power. And listening to your intuition and guiding. Listen for the truth. Okay, so we're moving on to earth signs. Hold on a second. So that would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And here we go. So I pulled a couple flew out for this one. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay. So the first one also came up in the twin flame reading yesterday. So definitely cross watchers. If you were watching yesterday, this might resonate with you. Fairy of the green world, the natural world needs you, and that's master number 44, master number of building foundations for the future and generations. The time has come, the time to act is now. And another 22, this is the master teacher number, butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope return. This is a beautiful, cohesive message for all of my earth signs out there, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And, okay, so let's get to 44. And I'm reading from The Shadows of Light and from Shapeshifters. So, 44, it's take time to grow plants or tend a vegetable patch or an herb garden. Look into contributing some money or time or devotion to a cause for the green world. The natural forests and the wide green spaces of the planet need your healing, kind, and tending hand and heart now. Your influences will have great power. Make a donation to a wildlife foundation for the green world. Look into establishing a grove or visiting a forest, and offer your energetic support and prayers for a world where green spaces thrive and where the wild creatures of the green woods continue to live in their own environment. See and visualize a world where green things grow, and the fairy of the green world will know that nature is safe while there are ones such as you in this world. It is time for growth, for abundance, for the earth elements to help. That's interesting. So I just pulled for the earth elements, and this is the earth elements. This is great. Find its way true and strong in your beautiful life. Eat organic food, go raw, detox, find a water source and cleanse it. Be more self-sustaining and step away from unnatural system and join with the natural energies of the planet and the galaxy. And if your rising sign or your moon sign is an earth sign, this can also relate to you. Or, always cross watch the other signs. If you have a moon, let's say, in a fire sign, watch that one. If you have a rising sign in air, watch that as well. Okay, so, and then what's the toll and the priestess of time? I don't even know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I've heard it pronounced a million times and I still can't get it right. So 23, which is 5, which is adventure and freedom. Freedom is ahead, adventure is ahead. The time has come, the time to act is now, and that goes with You know, once we actually take action, happiness and hope return. Okay, so 23. It's such a beautiful card. I just want to give it a second to give it a gander. Look at those eyes. Beautiful. Okay, and this card always reminds me of the Kundalini energy, because moving the serpent energy upward. So grounding yourself into the earth energy. So this is the earth element card. Grounding yourself to the earth energy and bringing in that earth energy up to the crown to meet. And it's kind of like infinity symbol. Okay, so 23. I'm not going to rush through this, so. Will you shift your consciousness? Will you change deliberately, despite the fear and the others who tell you that you are wrong? Will you move away from fighting opposition, the either or mentality, and shift into a beingness that allows for much greater reality? The time is now. That is all you need to know. But there is much that you must do. A deliberate effort to move away from navel-gazing and procrastinations will transform into a determination to become, through doing, thinking, being, sharing, and insisting on the new reality's truths for you. It is time to embrace a new standard of excellence and to make that your creed. Do not wait another heartbeat. That is beautiful. Okay, and 22. So whatever you've been putting off, the time is now to do it. Is it a new job? Is it a move? Is it a new relationship, or is it leaving another relationship? The time is now. The time is to look into your heart. What brings you passion? What brings you healing? What brings you, want, purpose? Move forward in that direction. Adventure. I feel like travel. Travel is a big thing. Moving. A lot of people are moving. Do it. It is time. This is your confirmation. If you were waiting for a sign, this is your confirmation. And 22. Okay, so you have begun to get used to things being gloomy and dark, and you have begun to take on a pessimistic mindset. So now it is time to make that change. And the butterflies in gloom are cutting through the fog of self-pity and showing you a way out of the dark places. Darkness has been a resting place, a place of solace, but the butterflies indicate it is time to cut through the fear of being seen. Move into the light and go out, be public, and even be social for a time. You will always have this safe place to return to. But for now, the butterflies beckon you into the sun. It is time to do things that send the universe the powerful message that you are embracing hope. For hope has come to find you, and you cannot deny her sweet presence in your life, no matter how sad you have felt. It is time to come out and play for a while. That is it, adventure. These go together. It's a beautiful synchronicity. Abundance, adventure, entrepreneurship. I'm feeling like start that business that you've been wanting to do. Work for yourself. It's that energy. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, earth signs, that was yours. If it resonates, feel free to leave a comment. Boom. Okay, moving on to air signs. So remember, if you have a moon, sun rising, this is for you. Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, 11. 29 is 11. So love, humanitarianism, love humanity. The ending of a cycle. You miss someone. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You will not let fear stop you this time. Interesting. So we know 11 is the master number of leadership and inspiration. And 2 is the love number. 9 is the humanitarian, the wisest. And it's about listening to your heart, following your heart. If you miss someone, contact them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell people that you miss them. Don't be afraid to tell people that you love them. Don't let fear stop you this time. Okay, so let's move to, so 29. Sentimentally holding on to the past, idealizing the past, refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, a move to a new town, a faded romance, parents who have divorced, or something you are convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again. Mourning for what was and what you feel should have been. Very deep sadness, and yet this experience has been a great value. It is time to move on and to place all of that to rest. Working with the element of earth is most beneficial when this card and fairy come visit you. You may wish to plant a memory tree, something earthy and growing that changes to commemorate your lost love. As it grows and changes, you will heal, and the memories will be sweet and sad without bitterness and pain. The earth takes forms and changes them, and gives back to us what we let go in new forms. It is time for you to stop hanging on so sadly to which has long passed. Mourn, and then come back to us, ready to live again. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, and 26, 8. Again, a lot of 8s in here. There's a lot of 8s. It's just abundance. It's, you know, getting on, freedom to be your own entrepreneur, starting your own business. Interesting. Okay, so Poe's Brave Flight. Edgar Allan Poe. I like how she's got the goggles on her crown, and it is about connecting to source. Don't let fear stop you, because you could never, even if you do fail at something, that's an opportunity for growth. So don't ever fear failure. She's got this beautiful elixir there, and that is the intuition, the intuitive mind. So 26. You are going to be offered a chance to do something out of your normal reality, and instead of thinking it through again and again and analyzing its risk until you are immobilized, Poe's Brave Flight asks you to take the suggestions of another and fly high. There will be a message that comes to you via text or an email, and it will be up to you whether you respond or whether you ignore the call. This could be a trip where air travel is involved, or an experience where you will have to take some chances and be uncertain of what will happen. You must allow uncertainty to enter your life, because your life is being slowly killed by all the safety. Take the chance, travel, explore, and overcome a fear of flying. All will be worth it, for you will discover something wonderful about yourself in return. You are brave and capable of greater things. And this is not like fear of flying like airplanes. It could be, but I feel like it's metaphorically fear of success, because it's not that we fear success, we just fear the failure of getting there, you know? Sorry, that's my little pup. Look at the little bean toes. Lay down, go back to bed. Okay, so moving on to water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okie dokie pokies. All right, and this one, a few popped out for water signs, because I feel like a lot of you guys are going through some serious stuff right now. This can be because of the intuition. You know, the water signs are already very intuitive to begin with, and now things are just going haywire with this like ascension awakening. These energies that are coming through, it's like super intuitive. And it's like we're holding on. So what I'm seeing here is you're holding on way too tightly to the way things used to be, instead of allowing this new to come in. Artemis of the forest, working way too hard, what comes around. This is interesting. And I feel like a lot of you are working hard, you know? You're trying to build this new future, but you're still holding on way too tight to the past. So like, let's say you're trying to build your business, but you're holding on to your old job because you're afraid of letting that go, because you want to go on to this, you know, you're scared to take the floaties off because you're afraid you're gonna drown, you know? But the only way that you're gonna be independent and free is if you let go. And interesting, the three fates, 26 again. So I think we got 26 in a bunch of these. 26 here, 26. There was a 26 over here as well. Interesting. So 26, a lot of 8s is what I'm saying. 8 here, 8 here. This is a lot of these signs want to. I feel like you guys all want to start a business. I feel like you guys all want. And why does this look like Taylor Swift? Sorry, I just had to throw that in there because she really does look like Taylor Swift. Okay, all right, so this is what I'm getting. What comes around, and that could be good karma, bad karma. believing that you're not worthy of success because of things that you might have done in your past. But let that go. Let it go. Okay, so this is going to be a long one because there's 4 to read here, but I'm going to read them all. 17, we already know. That is the 1 is a leadership, 7 is truth, and it's about, speaking your truth, leading others to do the same. 8 is abundance. Spirituality, leading people in a spiritual manner. Okay, so number 17. One dilemma with living in a world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding on it, disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have, whatever you feel makes you you. The truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and it is an imaginative paradise, or hell, depending on your state of mind. When you receive this card, please let go, just a little. And notice how this gives you room to interact and engage with loving others. And this, therefore, helps you recreate your world anew. It is likely you will choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one security blanket needs to be shown the door, just for the moment. So that's telling me it is about relinquishing control. You hold on too tightly to things because you feel that your way is the only way to do things. And it's about letting that go, because you put yourself in a self-imposed, hell when you do that, and you don't release control. And yeah. Okay, have a seat, puppy. Okay, so we're moving on to number 4. 4 is about building foundations for the future. 0 is the God number, and it's trusting the universe to help you build this foundation that you're wanting to build, this business, this whatever that you're trying to build. Trust the universe is helping you get there. This new earth is about manifesting our realities by believing that we can do these things. Let go of these self-limiting belief systems. BS. Okay, so Angel of Time, working too hard. And sometimes we work too hard, not realizing we don't have to work that hard, because then we force things. So, oh, whoops, wrong one. 40. The 4-0. Time for a break from mechanical, technical work is needed. Please take breaks from electronic devices like computers, cell phones, and even iPods, clocks, and watches. It is time to simply rest in nature's embrace. Swim in the ocean, float in a lake, walk in a forest, meditate in a cave. Camping, hiking, and gardening would be of most benefit at this time. It's time to unwind the tightly coiled springs and detach from the mechanics of the deadlines and immerse yourself in nature's time and truth. The Angel of Time tells you to do this now. Yeah, you're working too hard. It's like you don't have to. Trust that you will be provided for. Trust that things will be smoothly. This new earth is not about working hard. It's about going with the flow. Don't press things. Yes, it's great to work for something, work towards something, but not at the expense of your sanity and your health. I mean, did you come here to, build a big business and then die? Or did you come here to, experience life? With or without big business, Okay. Okay, so this one, but I'm reading from that same book. So 3 of Fates, what comes around? 26. 26 is 8, once again. 2 is love, 6 is family. Loving your family. Bring a family business. Something about family business, or, husband-wife business. I don't know. Co-creating with others. That's what that's like, telling me. So 26. You may have been enjoying your own life reruns lately, wallowing through the memories and feeling sad, bittersweet, and nostalgic about the good old days, whenever they were exactly. You know what? It's fine to muse on the past. Your memories are precious and do need to be tended. But it's another thing altogether to be filled with regret, wishing you'd done things differently. Life is a constant do-over. You get a fresh chance every second you are alive, so stop beating yourself up. You have an opportunity to heal, to clear, to no longer feel sad about the same things anymore. You can do things differently. You are not a prisoner of how They have always been. What you have done, even if you judge it to be a mistake, can be reworked and learned from. That is wisdom. You are so not alone. We all have karmic lessons, themes, stories that seem to repeat. Learn from this. Be aware of what is taking place as a fateful encounter to master life. If you take this approach, you'll be all the richer for learning, wise, free, and able to help others too. Yeah. Interesting. Stop beating yourself up about taking this time off and holding on way too tight. Just let it go. That goes with this one over here. Let it go. Okay, and finally, Artemis of the forest. When we do all these things over here, we'll get to this, which is Artemis of the forest, 32. And 32, well, like I've said before, is freedom. Communicating what you love, creating what you love, that leads to freedom. When you are creating what you love, when you're doing what you love, it leads you to freedom. Have you ever done something that, like, you know how time flies when you're having fun? It does. Time flies. But when you're doing something tedious that you do not want to be doing, how long does the day drag on? So always do things that you're passionate about. 32. Here we go. It's time for you to go back to basics for a time, to test yourself against nature's demands, to go without the luxuries and support you believe you need to survive. You're about to discover you can take care of yourself and yet remain as true as the hound, as gentle and alert as the deer, and then wild as free as Artemis herself. You must take up the silver arrows and silver bows of the huntress. Keep them clean and sharp, waste nothing, and watch to know what to do next. Your senses, wiles, and knowledge of the forest will keep you alive at this time. You must address the very fundamental things of your life. Look at who or what provides them, and take steps to cultivate those relationships. Water, food, shelter, healing, you will become the huntress for a time. And this is an empowering, liberating thing. Once this is done, you shall be protected and cared for by the perfect protector and provider who is inspired and delighted by your independence and strength. So yes, do what you love. The universe always provides for those that do what they love. I love helping you guys. So the universe provides me the things that I need. I have faith in your guys' ability to follow your purpose and what you truly love. So that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys like these new readings that I'm doing, let me know in the comments, or like or subscribe. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Namaste.